Hello everybody, it's a YouTuber you've never heard of, Uome. Oh, right, let's get started here. So, I'm new to making videos on YouTube, and I wanted to start off by making videos for War Thunder since it's one of my personal favourite games. And the name behind this YouTube video goes for two things. The beginning of the end, so it's the beginning of my YouTube channel, and unfortunately the end for the mouse in update 1.91, as I'm fairly certain everyone probably knows by now, it's getting removed. So I thought, why not give it a try out? I mean, generally I feel like we're going to get into battle and I'm going to end up getting into some sort of a controversial talk about this vehicle, because the way that it used to run back in the old days was, it used to be the idea of the Leopards were the support for the mouse. A lot more nowadays, you don't really fight alongside the Leopards, or if you do, there's generally the 8.7s running around as well. So generally it's turned more into the mouse supports the Leopard, but the Leopard is faster than the mouse, and because all the Leopard players know that the mouse is now a hindrance, they don't wait around for the mouse, so the mouse is always last into the action. Everyone's died, everyone's in their second spawns coming up to the front, and you're up at the front all alone, you're dead. It's the problem I've always run into. And the main problem that I am running into is APFSDS. It used to be heat. I didn't mind the heat as such, but now, I mean, it's kind of pointless if you negate its armour. The point in the mouse has been hindered now. I mean, hold on, let's have a quick look. Let's go and look at the vehicle that everyone says is the problem, the Object 120 at the moment. Personally, I never saw the Object 120 as the problem. There we go. I always saw the 8.7s now. The Object 120 was one of those odd ones which, personally, I thought should be allowed. Look what sort of angle you've got to be at, and then what? There's no way you can angle without there being somewhere that they can go through. I mean, and then you get APFSDS, which of course doesn't have as much pen, but look at this. Yep, engine demobilised, 2 crew members down. Or, I'm sure you lot have all seen this before. Oh, right, anyway, I'm gonna get into battle and we're gonna see where it goes from there. I'm gonna take out the Leopard 1, the mouse, the standard sort of line. Of course I am going to take out the Jag Tiger because I do have my own personal sort of love for this thing, and it is the same sort of mouse, so I believe it is the pack version. Someone needs to fill me in. Is the pack version the anti-tank variant that was like put on emplacements, and the KWK version was the one purposely built for tanks? So I've never quite known. I need to be filled in. You can let me know down in the comments. I'm not hinting at anything. Anyway, alright, let's get into battle then, and I'll see you there. Oh no. So we've got European province. There's not much I could do here. I could try and swing down by B. I don't believe this map layout. Yep. Oh, we are in a full down tier. Let's see how that goes then. Oh, anyway, I will be right back with you once we actually get somewhere on this map, or I start talking controversial. Anyway, I'll see you there. Anyway, while we're on the move, nearly into the town, which is where I like to go with these big heavy vehicles, here's what I see they could have done in update 1.91, and I think a lot of people would agree with one way or another. I have 3 things that they could have done. Either because of the problem of what I'm seeing as the 8.7 premiums, because that's one of the highest paid, most played BRs at the higher bracket BRs, and you got things like the Super AMX. Why is the Super AMX lower than the XM1? That's one question as well, but that's separate. They could have either lowered the mouse to 7.3, which it would be fine at. Now that's one thing they could do to simply solve it and not have to put too much work into it, too much effort into it. Or they could have raised the 8.7 premiums all to 9.0, back to what I believe they all used to be 9.0. Don't know how, I can't remember. You'll have to let me know. All raised up to 9-0. Of course, then there'd be the argument, oh no, but we don't want to fight 10-0s and that. Well, tough luck. I mean, at the end of the day, the current 10-0s shouldn't be 10-0s, should they really? Which leads me on to the idea which I had, and I'm sure many people also have had, which is respread every single current in-game vehicle across 15 BRs. Or whatever you want. I'm saying 15 BRs because it seems like a nicer number than 20, because I feel like that's a bit too far. But by increasing it over a 15 BR bracket, what that allows is for a more specific, what's the word? More specific choice of vehicle to fight each other, in the simplest term I can put it. So you could decide what would you want to fight this. The M103, you could exactly put that with this. And instead of having them fight in a full up tier, this for example, 8.7 premiums, it would be fighting perhaps some Vietnam era. Maybe T62s, or a T62. Because the T62 is one of those odd ones which I get gets APFSDs, but not many people play it. Then there's also the argument of, if it was respread across 15 BRs, would that vehicle then become more playable? Yes, I would imagine every single vehicle would then become more playable. 6.7 wouldn't be a thing anymore. I'm fairly certain 7.7, 8.7 wouldn't be a thing. It would be all new BRs. So we'd have to try and find out. But that would be just the learning game, really. But the problem with this being, of course, if Gage did that, they then wouldn't fix any problems with it for a good year. So I'm kind of getting carried away here. I'm going to shut up and continue slowly trailing my way down here. And again, I will be right back with you. Right, I'll be back with you. Okay, right. I'm back now, and we're going to try and stealth our way up to B. Yeah, I know, stealth. Never mind, I thought I could hear someone's engine. Okay. Kind of eerie somehow driving it, because you know you're a big chunk of armour that can possibly take a hit, but the likeliness of you taking a hit anymore, even in a full down tier, I find, strangely enough, sometimes I do worse in a full down tier than I do an up tier. I don't know why. Maybe it's to do with a lack of armour in up tier, but just the inherent gain of penetration at top tier. So if they don't see you, you get the kill. If they see you, which is generally a large portion of the time, you're dead. Oh! Like that. IS-6 is a fair thing to fight in this. It is fair to fight it. I have fought my friend in custom matches many a time, and won in the IS-6, which I'm sure many of you is not a surprise to, but a lot of people just don't know rush it. I mean, obviously there's going to be chances where you can't rush it because it's surrounded by other tanks, but generally rush it when you can and get round to its side. That guy was just unlucky to have a poor trigger. Would it be discipline? I suppose it would. Right, we've got B for our team. Now it's A, but I'm not even going to attempt to go to A. I'm going to attempt to hold the town. Now is someone around here? We've got two Tiger Henschels, which have lost their identity, as I have heard from many YouTubers, and I have to agree it has. I remember the days where I used to come out with 11 kill games almost regularly with that thing. And now, not so much, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I am using the Epic Thunder mod for this gameplay, just to let you guys know, and I probably will use it for the majority of all of my gameplays, unless they change the sounds in base game. I'm not a massive fan of them though. Has anyone else came across the problem, well I say problem, but heard that the 50 cals in Epic Thunder don't sound meaty enough? Like the 7.7s, they sound okay, especially in first person. Like you can hear them falling onto the metal. Oh. all of the casings. It's quite nice. Oh no, a hill. You know, I could work some elevator music into this. Am I gonna? Probably not. Should I? Maybe. I mean, this thing is an elevator, it's just slower than one. Oh, I must admit, the sounds of engines in this game is so much nicer than it used to be. Who is that? That is our tiger. Who are you shooting at? Oh. I saw that. I saw you. Damn. Oh, he's lost his engine. Now that is bad. I don't think he's got heat, because I think that's the 47 version. Oh. There we go. Good work. Duo 28A. I need to get myself that vehicle. I did one time think about it, but I never really got around to it. I kind of always preferred the look of the Griffin and the HG2. I won't get onto that. 264, at least I think that's a strand of random numbers after it, is... game winning? I'm not going to say game breaking because it's still killable, just in up to, which is where I think it should be. Am I going to ruin this milk truck today? Maybe, possibly. Do you think I should? Never mind, I didn't have to do it. You don't have to scream at me in the comments. Hopefully. Please, scream at me all you want. I'm not trying to get attention. Don't worry. We're just going to sit here. Is it spawn camping? No, it's gauging the design of maps. That's my argument for it. We're basically spawn pushing since A is practically ours. We've got it surrounded. C is probably going to fall soon, I can see. Get it? C. I'm going to angle. Right. Instead of boring you all, I will get right back to you once we take a hit. Oh. Well, that's heat. Let's see. Is it heat? That is heat. Let's see if we... Oh, no! Oh. Wait. What is firing at me? Nope. Nope. Oh. What? No, nothing happened. Nothing happened, guys. I actually I put out the fire and repaired, and all their shells just kept on bouncing. And you know, I turned to one of them, killed him. I got like an ace, and then I unfortunately died. But like I carried the team, and it went so well. It really did. Like, I'm not going to show you the scoreboard because it's too good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, now we're in the M48, the vehicle, which is also getting a change, and I can't remember what DM series of shell it is getting, but I don't like it because this isn't going to be a fun grind at all. They're just making the vehicle worse. I also don't get why they're taking out paper vehicles. I don't know what all your views on paper vehicles are, or whether there's been one person at the beginning who has said they don't like paper vehicles, and then you've all joined in because you thought that they've had a legitimate reason for it. I don't see any issue with them. I don't at all. Of course, don't go ahead and spam the comments P100, P1000? Yeah, P1000, bro. No, I get them. I get stupid vehicles which honestly look ridiculous and shouldn't be added. Things like the Loathe, for those of you who know what the Loathe is, was a German heavy tank. I don't know the specifics, but I want to see that. What we have, well, I don't know whether we have, but I'm imagining there are documents, blueprints somewhere online that we can actually find realistic descriptions of what their armor would have been, and then we can balance that in game with BRs. But then you also have the argument of compression, and would gauging actually put it in the correct BR? I don't know, but they could. You've just got to look on the bright side of whether gauging can be smart, or whether gauging can be the other side of things. But that was that match. We won. It was okay. It's definitely one of the okay-ish mouse matches I've had, to be fair. Died in the normal way, which is found by the first person who's slinging around heat and you're dead. Or APFSDS, but we didn't fight any APFSDS in that because I believe we were in a full down tier, judging by spawn point costs. Yeah, leave down in the comments below what you thought about everything, what you think they could do to fix all these vehicles, and what's going to happen to them in 1.91. Personally, I think they shouldn't be removed, and I think the Ostland 2 should be added along with the new I'm just going to call it the new M48. I haven't done my reading up, I don't need to, I just need to know what they're doing. It's a sad time for War Thunder. Anyway, I will see you all in whatever episode I make next. I'm not too sure what I want to do with this channel, really. Leave suggestions below as to what you think I should do. I don't know, I kind of wanted to go for like an in-between of... I'm not going to mention names, in fact. I'm not going to. Anyway, I'll see you all. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, you know. And I will catch you all in the next one. I feel like I am taking the most default vanilla intro extro, is that what you call it? I don't entirely know. Have a good one.